Shalom. I want to begin first and foremost giving all praises to the Heavenly Father Yahweh and His only begotten Son Yahweh Shai, whom the world ignorantly calls Jehovah and Jesus. The real name of the Father is Yahweh, which means He exists. The real name of the Son is Yahweh Shai, which means He will deliver, because He will deliver His people. I want to give all praises in the ancient Hebrew tongue while facing the east towards Jerusalem. Ka halal la Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakutash, Barak the Yahweh, Barak the Yahweh Shai, the water. Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai Bashim Rakakwatash. Double honors to the apostles, to the elders of Yasharala, Greatmillstone. Shalom to the 144,000. Shalom to the elect, the nation of Israel, who are the descendants of the slaves identified as the so-called African Americans, Hispanics, Latinos, and Native Americans. My name is Makala, and today I want to talk about that dragon, right? Esau. Okay? That dragon Esau, okay? Revelation 13, verse 11, and I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. All right, and then them two horns that's talking about the two major political parties in America, right, which is the Republican and Democratic parties. All right, but right now the Republican Party is in control, and the dragon is talking about Esau, man. All right, so-called white man, so-called white race, Caucasians. All right, but all right, disclaimer, right? Not all white people descend from Esau, right? From Edom, right? You do have white people that are Israelites and of other nations as well, like Ishmael. But the majority, right, unfortunately, the majority of white people that you see, there's a high probability that they descend from Esau, all right? And all right, Esau's out of control, man. All right, U.S. official says Greenland action could come within weeks or months. He's speaking like a dragon. All right, senior administration official says U.S. action on Greenland could happen within weeks or months. All right, President Nero 47 preferred option is to buy the minerals-rich island, but other diplomatic means are being considered. Denmark and Greenland have stated the island is not for sale. Most Greenlanders do not want to become a U.S. state. All right, President Nero 47's desire to annex Greenland will not be thwarted, and there could be meaningful U.S. action related to the Arctic island within weeks or months, according to a senior administration official. Hey, man, hey, all right, that's speaking like a dragon. All right, that's the view of Thomas Dans, Nero's Arctic commissioner. He's regarded as one of the main proponents of the president's interest in Greenland, an idea first brought to Nero by billionaire and former diplomat Ronald Lauder. All right, and that's them speaking as a dragon, man. All right, that's a metaphor speaking as a dragon. That's a metaphor for like a draconian way of speaking. What we say goes, or else, okay, or you will suffer violence. All right, they are threatening action and backed by violence. All right, and that's Esau. That's the way Esau has taken over the world, man, because he was blessed with the sword. All right, Genesis 27. All right, verse 39. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, Behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, and the dew of heaven from above. All right, this is the best places in the world. All right, you see, white people living in nice places, but everybody else, so-called Africans, East Asians, South Americans, and Central Americans, they're living in third world conditions, man, poverty. And by thy sword shalt thou live, and shalt serve thy brother. And it shall come to pass when thou shalt have the dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. All right, and he's led by his sword because right, they literally took over the world with the sword after the Dark Ages. All right, when they came into power with the Renaissance, they came into power in Christopher Columbus time. All right, they literally invaded Native American islands and territories here in the Western Hemisphere. You know, and then they took over everything, man, with the sword. Right, and that sword now, the modern day sword is talking about the gun. All right, nuclear missiles. You know, no iron propelled by fire. All right, and they broke their yoke off after the Dark Ages, man. They called it they say that all their records were lost during the Dark Ages, but that's a lie because they came up with that. They say that because during those Dark Ages, man, for hundreds of years they were in captivity under Jacob, man. Right, under so-called black races in Europe. So they don't want to talk about that period in time because that historical era was embarrassing to them, man. All right, they say, oh no, the Dark Ages, 600s to the 1400s it's just completely lost. All those historical records. No, you guys were in captivity, man. And so they broke the yoke off, and now they got the dominion. All right, they're on top. They rule everything. All right, so-called white people rule everything. They run the whole world, man. All right, and right now, you know, the most powerful white people, all right, most powerful Edomites are in America, man. All right, and they're talking about they want to take things by force. All right, that's speaking like a dragon. All right, but the Lord, man, the Lord's gonna come, all right, and put a chain on that dragon's neck. All right, put that dragon in captivity, man. I'm gonna leave it there. I hope the video is edifying. Shalom.